Hey everyone, NWA Prepper here. So today I want to talk a little bit, which I'm going to preface this whole thing by saying I am not the go-to end-all trailer guy, but I do know a little bit. And so the puppy had had enough of me. Anyway, I do know a little bit, so I want to share what I know. First off, you need a good hitch on your vehicle. If you're going to tow something, make sure that it's attached properly, whether you do it or somebody you trust or you pay somebody. Your vehicle may have come with it attached already. Never hurts to check and make sure stuff is tight, so that you know it's not going to fall off. And then I have a story to tell you in a while too. So the first thing is you've got your receiver on your vehicle, which is that square piece of pipe, whether it's smaller or bigger, or really big, to connect to your trailer. And that is what this goes into, right? So big, it's a size bigger than this, so this fits into it. And this is what has your ball on it. Now this one here is a drop. I forgot what degree that is. But this is because one of the trailers that I pull, it's lower than my truck. And so I pull it like this. But if I have this drop, it drops it to a more level, a happier towing spot. That's important in a minute. Anyway, once you have that, this piece here, that you mount your ball to, then you need to decide on what size ball that you want to have. So what size does your trailer have? Does it have a 2-inch, which I have found is the most common. That's what this one is, and you can tell that, you may not be able to see it right there, 2-inch. And this one, it tells you the weight too. This is for 6,000 pounds. I don't know that I have anything that's different. Not in the 2-inch, so that seems to be a 2-inch ball tow, 6,000 pounds. So you attach this on there, you tighten it down, and you squish that compression, or I think it's called a lock washer. I'm not that kind of guy, but there it is. And then so you decide on, or you find out what your trailer has on it. A 2-inch, 1 7/8 inches. So this is 1 7/8 inches. That's a 2-inch, and this is a 2 5/16 inches. So this guy I have bought, and this is the one that I use most of the time. Matter of fact, unless I'm pulling one particular trailer, this is the one that I use, because I have a trailer that has a 2-inch ball, and then I have a trailer that has 1 7/8 inches. This is like a lawnmower trailer or a 4-wheeler trailer, something small for that 1 7/8 inches. And I have yet to hook onto something that takes that big boy. But if I do, I have it. So I bought this guy here, and you just turn it to whichever one you want. Just depending on the size ball that you have, of course. And then you pin it in place. And I'll show you in a minute. But here's what I want to talk about. All of this stuff so far is really just to get you to this guy right here. So this pin, this is just a cotter pin, right? That just clicks on there, pretty basic. And then this goes through both pieces of pipe. And then you put the pin on, and it holds it in place. It doesn't let it pull out, thus keeping it attached. It's the strength of this pin, not this, that holds it in place. So you have lots of kinds. The types that I have is this one here. This is for, I'm not going into town. I'm just going down the street, or I'm not going to leave the trailer near the truck at all. So I use this one. This one here has a lock that locks it, so you can't take it off unless you have the key. which I keep. And so you notice the end of it is not as rusty or dirty as the middle of the shaft. That's because I lubricate this part of it on a pretty regular basis. So I don't know if you saw that. So you pin it the same way, and then once you put this on there, it only goes so far, and then you push that, and then they can't just pull a pin and take your pin out. They can't take these, which these are costly. This one is 40 bucks. The other one's 60 bucks. So I definitely think it's worth, the $12 for a locking pin versus this pin. Now, you want to make sure that everything is maintained. You want to make sure that your hitch is in there correctly. You want to make sure it's pinned and the trailer functions properly. So you see this one, and you see this. You see how much further down this ball is than this guy. So you want that trailer to ride as level as you can get it. I was using the big boy. I was not level at all. And so the trailer came up off of the ball and came off. Now the safety chains held. The trailer didn't go anywhere other than into the bumper of my truck. But everything in the trailer was intact. The trailer was fine, other than some embarrassment and being scared at 55 miles an hour with a trailer coming off in the dark, showering sparks everywhere. It was good. But had I been using this drop, this angled drop to make the trailer flow leveler, more level, and had I tightened, there's a nut on the trailer that wasn't very tight. When I put a wrench on it to tighten it, I got 3 full spins out of it before I got where I needed. And so it was nowhere near tight enough. So those are the reasons I believe it came off. Hence the double checking my equipment, making sure everything is as fine, as safe as I can be. The safety chains, easily, we were in heavy traffic. The safety chains not only saved the trailer and everything in the trailer, but they saved me from watching my trailer smash into somebody head on and causing a wreck and hurting other people, or flying off into the woods and destroying the trailer and all the stuff in it. So the safety chains are as important as any of this. Make sure everything's the right size, make sure it's tight, make sure it's functioning the way that it needs to function. And just like your firearms, it takes a little bit to learn and a little bit to keep it the way you need it to be. So let me know if you're a trailer person, what you think, good, bad, or indifferent. If you have any trailer stories, I'd love to hear it, or any tips as to other reasons that trailer could have come off. I would appreciate it. Thanks for watching, especially at 8.5 minutes. You guys are the greatest. Let's get ready.